Hey ladies, it's Reenee, clinical herbalist and Ayurvedic enthusiast. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to use your period to manifest your desires. So if you're trying to manifest something, you're going to want to tune in to today's video. More videos on how to stop painful periods and PMS. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell so you can be notified every time I post a video. One of the things I've discovered after working with so many women around the world and working with them on their menstrual cycles is that we can actually use our menstrual cycle to manifest. Because if we're comparing our menstrual cycle to the moon phases, and many people use the moon phases to manifest, we can actually do the same thing with our menstrual cycles. This work. If you've ever done this, leave a comment below. Let me know that you've done it and if it's worked, if it's not worked, and how it went for you. I'd love to know. So how do we do this? We can actually see our period as a new moon, and you've probably heard me say this in most of my videos. So the new moon phase is dark, it's hidden, it's a time of solitude, we're in our crown chakra. This is where we receive our inspiration. This is where we connect to divine, we connect to our purpose and who we are and why we're here. And this is kind of what I think of as like receiving that seed of desire that we're going to plant and create and manifest in this 3D reality. So during your period, this is where you take that solitude, you take the time to meditate, you take the time to understand what it is that you really desire. As you come off your period, you're taking this seed and you're actually planting it in the ground. So if you use the moon to manifest, you use your new moon to set your intentions. And then as the waxing moon comes out, you start to take action to manifest these intentions or to bring these intentions into reality. And so this is what we do with our menstrual cycle. As we go into the waxing moon phase or the spring phase, our period is winter. And then as we come out of that, we're going into spring. We've planted this seed. The seed is kind of sprouting through the soil. It's starting to take shape and form. You'll see the stem. The roots have formed. It's got a foundation. That's what this time is all about. Taking that idea, setting down the foundation, creating the structure for that idea to flourish. Again, manifesting with the moon. You've set your intentions. You're now putting them into motion. This is a masculine time. This is where we use our energies of action and of doing and of being outwardly aligned. Then we move into ovulation, we move into summer or the full moon phase. The full moon phase is actually the phase where we decide what we need to release. So full moon it's illuminating to us what needs to be released. We've now, if you think of it as Mother Earth, we've kind of like planted this seed, it's planted its root, it has a foundation, it's taken structure, form, it's come out through the soil, it's bloomed, and we can see it now in its full bloom, and we can now go into that reflective phase, into that PMS phase, where we're kind of reflecting on what's working, what's not working. This is when emotions start to show up, and feelings are really your guidance system, right? So if you're not feeling good about something, you're looking at your creation, you're like, well, I don't really feel good about that. We need to change this, or we need to change that. That's what your feelings are telling you. Or I feel really good about this. We want more of this. If you think of an artist and you've painted a picture and, oh, I really like, the red in that, and we're going to add more of that color. It's that reflection phase. It's that inner critic comes alive during that phase, right? This is why we want to start to take solitude during PMS, because we've now seen our creation or our desire in full bloom. And now we're going to go back and work on it. We're going to go back and reconsider some of the things that have come to fruition and think about how we want them differently, how we're ready to level them up. So this is a release phase. If you're manifesting with the moon, you're writing down now what you want to release to create better for the next time or to get that next idea, right? When we go back into winter. If you think about Mother Earth, it's autumn. This is where she's releasing the leaves, right? And we're just letting the things go that are no longer required for the next cycle or next cycle of creation. So as you come out of PMS, you're going to go back on your period. You're going to go back into hibernation. You're going to go back into winter. And now that you've reflected and you've taken the time to see, what you like and what you don't like about what you're manifesting in your life, you can now come up with a new desire or a new seed of creation. So it can be anything. You know, this relationship is great and it's working out really well, but I would love to see more of this. So now we're going to, you know, set that as our intention. I want to have more fun in my relationship. I want to show up differently at work or differently for my clients, or it's been really good, you know, spending more time with my kids. Now I want to come up with more creative things to do with them. Whatever it is, whatever aspect of your life, and you can do multiple aspects of your life, right? So you can even start to journal. What I do, actually, I have what I call a new moon journal. And when I'm on my period, I start to just write down ideas and things, inspirations that come to me to kind of figure out what are the intentions that I'm going to want to set for that next cycle. So if you've ever tried this, please do leave a comment below. Let me know if this works for you, if you set intentions during the new moon, if you're going to reconsider how you do it. One of the questions that comes up a lot for me is, do I set my intentions according to the moon then, or do I set it to my cycle? What if my cycle doesn't sync up to the moon? Honestly, I would say like try it both ways. For most of my life, I've usually been opposite to the moon. So I am on my own new moon during the full moon and vice versa. I tend to go more with my own cycle, but certain times of year I will go with the moon depending on what astrological sign the moon is in. But it's really up to you. I would say try both and see how it goes for you. So to recap, what we're going to do is when we're on our period, we're taking solitude, we're setting our intentions, we're meditating, and we're turning inwards. We're receiving the seed, we're planting the seed after we come off our period, and we're allowing it to have roots, take form, and flourish, come into fruition. And we're going to see that during our ovulation time, everything's in full bloom. And then as we go into PMS, we're going to start to go more into reflective mode and reflect on what's working, what isn't working, and start to release things that we don't need anymore and think about, get imaginative. This is when our imagination comes alive, get imaginative about what we want more of and how we want to see that manifest in our life. So this is how we can use our period to manifest. I hope it helps. To learn more about how to stop painful periods and PMS, you can download my free guide at www.loveyourmooncycle.com. You can also meet me on Instagram and Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the bell to be notified every time I post a video.